Sham Sharadava Nalalida Loka Tranaya Karuna Ghana Ghanatam Sham Sharadava Nalalida Loka Tranaya Karuna Ghana Ghanatam Prapta Sakalyana Guranavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Prapta Sakalyana Guranavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Mahaprabhu ki Tananrita Gita Vaditra Madhyam Manasura Sena Mahaprabhu ki Romanchakam Pasru Taranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Shri Vigrahara Dana Nitanana Shingaratanma Nirmajanado Shri Vigrahara Juktasya Bhaktamsya Niyunjatapi Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Vande Guru Shri Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada Swatana Truptan Hari Bhakta Sangam Chaturvidha Shri Bhagavat Prasada Swatana Truptan Kritvaiva Truptim Bhajata Shadeva Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Shirarikama Davayara Para Madhura Leela Gunarupanamna Shirarikama Para Madhura Leela Pratikchana Swa Dhanalopasya Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Vande Guru Shri Charanara Ne kunjayuno Ratikeli Siddhai Jayali Virjukti Apekshaniya Nikunjayuno Ratikeli Siddhai Jayali Virjukti Tatrati Daksha Otivala Basya
Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Ativalabhasa Sakchadharitena Samastashra Uktastathava Vyataiva Sadhuvi Sakchadharitena Samastashra Uktastathava Vyataiva Kintu Pravarja Priya eva tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Kintu Pravarja Priya eva tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Yasya Prasada Bhagavat Prasado Yasya prasadam nagati kutapi Yasya prasadam sado Yasya prasadam Dhyayam stuvam tasya yasastrin sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Dhyayam stuvam tasya yasastrin sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanara Vrindam Yasastrin sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Nama O Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravane Pracharine Nirvishesha Shonavadi Pachatare Shatarine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravane Pracharine Shanavadi Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Gadadhara Shivasari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Shri Chaitanya Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Bolo Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Haribo Rama Rama Hariyaraye Nama Krishna Jadavaye Nama Hariyaraye Jadavaye Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopal Govindaram Shri Madhusudan गिरिधारी गोपीनाथ मदन मोहन श्री चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत सीता हरे गुरु वैष्णव भगवत गीता श्री रूप सनातन भक्त रघुना श्री जीव गोपाल भक्त दस रघुना हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा हरे राम 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 बोलो हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे श्री राधा नील माधव राधा नील माधव राधे जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्राम जय सुदर्शन चक्र जय सीताराम सीताराम जय लक्ष्मण हनुमान निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर प्रमानंदे हरि 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 बोल जय विष्णुपाद परमहंस प्रभुपाद स्तोत्र सरशिष्यमात् इस्कॉन प्रतिष्ठा विभूति संस्थापकाचार्य वैष्णव शिरोमणि गौर प्रियजन कृष्ण प्रेम भक्ति रत पतित पावन divine grace अभयचरण विना भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद जी की जय श्री गौरी गुरु वर्ग पतित उद्धार की जय श्री रूप सनातन भक्त रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भक्त दास गुण सतगोस्वामी प्रभु की जय नामाचार्य शील हरिदास ठाकुर जी की जय जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासारि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय जय परम दयाल श्री नित्यानंद प्रभु की जय जय प्रेम नाम संकीर्तन एक जनक प्रेम पुरुषोत्तम श्री सच्चिनंदन श्रीमन गौरांग श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु गौर हरि महावृणावतार की जय गोलोकेर प्रमधान हरि नाम संकीर्तन जगह की जय जुग धर्म हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय बृहत मृदंग ट्रांसेंडेंटल बुक डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन सेवा की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपुतना राधा कुंद श्याम कुंज गिरिराज गोधन की जय श्री गिरिराज महाराज की जय श्री ब्रजबुम वृंदावन मथुर धाम की जय जय शिव श्री राधा नील माधव की जय श्री श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप एक चक्र धाम की जय परम करुण श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय श्री पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री जगन्नाथ स्वामी बलदेव प्रभु श्रीमती सुभद्रा देवी सुदर्शन चक्र भगवान की जय। भक्ति सर्व विघ्न विनाशन कारण सिंहदेव भगवान की जय। जय गंगा माई जमुना माई की जय। तुलसी महारानी वृंद देवी भक्ति देवी की जय। बोलो श्रीमती राधा रानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। निताय गौर प्रमानंदे। All glories to the assembled bodies. All glories to the assembled bodies. All glories to the assembled bodies. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Would you like
Namaste Narasimhaya. Prahlada Daine. Hiranyakashipu Rakshaha. Chankanakalae. Gito Nasimha Parato Nasimha. Yato Yato Yamitato Nasimha. Bahe Nasimha Trudaye Nasimha. Narasimhamadim Charanam Prapade. Tava Kara Kamalavare Nakam Avutashingam. Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringa. Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jai Jagadisha Hare. Jayo Narsingh Mahadev, Jayo Narsingh Mahadev, Jayo Narsingh Mahadev, Jayo Narsingh Mahadev. Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj.
प्रकाशक नरसिंहदेव भगवान की, भक्ति शिरोमणि प्रहलाद महाराज की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की।
प्रिय के सब सत्य विष्णु भक्ति प्रादिदेवे सत्य भक्ताये नमो नमः। वृंदायै तुलसी पाई प्रिय के सब सत्य विष्णु भक्ति प्रादिदेवे सत्य भक्ताये नमो नमः। वृंदायै तुलसी देवाय प्रिय के सब सत्य कृष्ण भक्ति प्रादिदेवे सत्य भक्ताये नमो नमः। जय श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी वृंदा देवी की।
नमो नमः तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः।
तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः।
तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी नमो नमः।
तुलसी कृष्ण प्रेयसी
राधा कृष्ण सेवा पावो यही अभिलाषी।
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 जय तुम्हार शरण होय तारा वंश पूर्ण होय।
जे तुम्हार शरणाला तारा वंश पूर्ण।
कृपा कोरी कोरो तारे वृंदावन वासी।
तुम्हें कृपा करे कर तारे
Parasi
Amilayane Riva Sada Jugala Parasi
Nivedana Daro Sakiranugata Doro
Ele Vedana Dhara Sakiriyano Gatako
Hari Koro Diye Koro Nijadasi
Sevaya de Karadiye Koroni Kadasi
Seva di Koro Diye Koro Nijadasi
Sevaya de Karadiye Koroni Kadasi
Dina Krishna Dasi Koye Namora Hoy
Dina Krishna Dasi Koi Namora
Dina Krishna Dasi Koye Namora Hoy
Dina Krishna Dasi Koi Namora
Shri Radha Govinda Prem Sada Yenavati
Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sadaye Navasi
Shri Radha Govinda Prem Sada Yenavati
Shri Radha Govinda Preme Sadaye Navasi
Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namaha
Tulasi Krishna Preyasi Namo Namah
Yani Kani Japa Pani Brahma Hatri Kani Cha Nidani Prana Shanti Pradakshina Pade Pade
Kani Kani Sapa Kani Brahma Kani Kani Sa Kani Kani Prana Santi Pradakshina Pade Pade
Yani Kani Japa Pani Brahma Hatri Kani Cha Tani Tani Prana Shanti Pradakshina Pade Pade
Kani Kani Sapa Kani Brahma Kani Kani Sa Kani Kani Prana Santi Pradakshina Pade Pade
Yani Kani Japa Pani Brahma Hatri Kani Cha Tani Tani Prana Shanti Pradakshina Pade Pade
Kani Kani Sapa Kani Brahma Kani Kani Sa Kani Kani Prana Santi Pradakshina Pade Pade
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी जय तुलसी महारानी
Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol.
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Shri Vrindayai Tulasi Vai Priyayai Kesava Satya Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satya Bhatyai Namo. Vrindayai Tulasi Vai Priyayai Kesava Satya Vishnu Bhakti Prade Devi Satya Bhatyai Namo. Vrindayai Tulasi Devai Priyayai Kesava Satya Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satya Bhatyai Namo. Jai Shrimati Tulasi Maharani Vrinda Devi Ki Jai. O Tulasi, beloved Krishna, I bow before you again and again. My desire to attend the service of Shri Radha.
Whoever takes your bestowing your
Thus, within my vision, I will always be wholly beautiful. Pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower carrying in service of Raj. Jai Ho. There are 10 offenses in the matter of chanting the holy name of the Lord. They should be avoided. They are as follows. 1. To blaspheme the devotees who dedicate their life for propagating the holy name of the Lord. 2. To consider the names of demigods, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, to be equal to or independent of the name of Lord Vishnu. 3. To disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4. To blaspheme the Vedic scriptures or scriptures in pursuance of Vedic version. 5. To consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna to be imagination. 6. To give some interpretation to the holy name of the Lord. 7. To commit sinful activities on strength of chanting the holy name. 8. To consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which often Vedas as fruitive activities, karma kanda. 9. To instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. And 10. To not have complete faith in chanting the holy names and to maintain material attachments, even after understanding so many instructions on this matter. It also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success. Krishna Prema. Now let us offer our most humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnavas, devotees of the Lord. They are just like desired trees, they can fulfill the desires of everyone. They are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyaivacha paritanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Anantakut Vaishnavrindi ki jai. Happy birthday! Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shiksastakam ki Chaito Darpanamajanam Bhavamada Vagnirvapanam Shri Akariva Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Purnamrita Swadanam Sarvatmasnam Param Param Vijayati Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Nam Nam Akari Baudha Nija Sarva Shaktis Tatrarpita Niyamita Shmarane Nakala Ita Drushitava Kripaya Bhagavan Mamapi Durdhaivam Idishamiya Janina Nuraga Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Sahishnuna Amanina Manadena Kirtaniya Sadahari Na Dhanam Na Janam Na Sundarim Kavitamba Jagadishakamaye Mama Janmane Janmaneshwari Bhavata Bhakti Rahaitu Kitvayi Ainandatanu Karam Patitamam Vishame Bhavam Budho Kripaya Tava Pada Pankaja Stita Dhuli Sadrisham Vichintayo Nayanam Galora Shrudharaya Vadanam Gadagadharudhaya Gira Pulakairinchitam Papukada Tavanama Grahane Bhavisyati Jugaitam Nimishena Chakrusha Pravrsaitam Sunyaitam Jagat Sarvam Govinda Virahe Name Asli Shabhapadaratam Pinashtumam Adarshnan Marmahatam Karotuva Jata Tathava Vidadhatulam Patu Matpranatastu Saivana Para Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shri Kyastakam Ki Jai. Namo Mahavaranayo Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnayo Krishna Chaitanya Namini Gauratvishe Namaha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devim Gauravani Pracharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Vatsyatyarishtarine. Glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtana, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years and extinguishes the fiery condition of life with repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of the benediction moon. It is the life of all transcendental knowledge. It increases the ocean of transcendental bliss and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings, and thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names, you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names, O my Lord. Out of kindness, you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names, but I'm so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. Once you chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself a lord and stroll in the street, one should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I have no desire to accumulate wealth, nor do I desire beautiful women, nor do I want any number of followers. I only want your casual devotional service, birth after birth. O son of Maharaj Nanda Krishna, I am your eternal servitor. Yes, somehow or other I have fallen in this ocean of birth and death. Please pick me up from this ocean of death and place me as one of the atoms at the yellow of the speak. O my Lord, when will my eyes be decorated with tears of love flowing constantly when I chant your holy name? When will my voice choke up, and will the hairs of my body stand on end with the recitation of your name? O Govinda, feeling your separation, I am considering a moment to be like 12 years or more. Tears are flowing from my eyes like torrents of rain, and I'm feeling all vacant in the world in your absence. I know no one but Krishna is my Lord, and he should remain so, even if his handles me rightfully by his embrace, or makes me broken-hearted by not being present before me. He is completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord unconditionally. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shri Kyastakam Ki Jai. Shri Guru Vandan, Mangala Charan Ki Jai. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manovistam Stapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Darati Swaparantikam Bandeham Shri Guru Sri Juta Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Shirupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathavintam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Cha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devim Gaurvani Pracharine Nivishesha Sunnavadi Vatsyatyari Satarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Tinamine Shri Varshabhana Videvi Deitaya Kripabdvaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhurjo Jala Primadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktira Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravane Shri Murthaye Rinatarine Rupanuga Viruddha Pusidanta Vantaharine Nama Gaura Kishoraya Sakcha Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambhode Parambhujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchit Anandanamine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanuga Varayate Gaura Virbhava Bhumitsvam Nirdesha Sajana Priya Vaishnava Sarva Bhuma Sri Jagannatayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Krupa Sindhubhyaivacha Paritanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavaranayo Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnayo Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauritvishe Namaha Panchatattamakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhakta Avataro Bhakta Kyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpati Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Suratupangor Mama Mandamatir Gatir Masarvasva Param Bhujo Radha Madana Mohano Divyarvindaranya Kalpadumadha Shmaranagara Shingasanastu Shmaradha Shila Govindadev Krishtali Visheva Manushmarami Shman Rasara Sarambi Bamshvato Tatastita Karshan Venu Swaner Gopir Gopinata Shristuna Tapta Kanchana Gourangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrusabhanu Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jai Shri Mangala Aarti Gaura Pramanandi Hare Hare Bol
इंद्रियार्थेषु न कर्मसु अनुसज्जते सर्व संकल्प सन्यासी योगारूढ़स्तदुच्यते ऊर्ध्वरेतात्मनात्मानं नात्मानम् अवसादयेत् आत्मैव ध्यात्मनो बन्धुरात्मैव रिपुरात्मनः. Now these two slokas, verses we were discussing last day, that we have to raise ourselves to the spiritual standard by ourselves. I have to raise myself to the spiritual standard by myself. So I am my friend and I am my enemy. This is the opportunity. There is a very nice verse in Chanakya Pandit, na kaschit kaschachit mitram, na kaschit kaschachit ripu, vyavaharena jayante mitrani vivavasthatha. Nobody is nobody's friend, nobody is nobody's enemy, but it is only the behavior by which one can understand who is his friend and who is his enemy. Nobody is born enemy, nobody is born friend. But by our mutual behavior, somebody is my friend and somebody is my enemy. Similarly, as we have this dealing in the ordinary daily affairs, similarly, I have my dealing with myself. If I deal with me, myself, as friend, then I am my friend, and if I deal with myself inimically, then what is that friendship and inimical? The friendship is that I am soul, somehow or other I have been in contact with this material nature. So I have to get myself out of the entanglement of this material nature. If I act in that way, then I am my friend. But even after getting this opportunity, if I do not act in that way, then I am my enemy. So, Atmaiva Dhatmano Bandhu, Atmaiva Dhatmano Ripu. So I am myself friend, my friend, and I am my enemy. Bandhuratma atmanastasya jinaiva atmana jita. Anatmanastu satrute vartata atmaiva satruva. Now, how I can become my friend? That is explained here. That bandhur atma atmanastasya. Atma means mind. Atma means body, and Atma means soul. That these three things I have already explained the other day. That when you speak of Atma or self, just like so long I have got my bodily conception. When I say myself, I think of my body. When I transcend the bodily conception of life, then I think I am mine. But actually, when I am in this real spiritual platform, then myself means I am pure spirit. So according to the state of development, my conception of self are different. So far, Nirukta or dictionary is concerned, both body, mind and the spirit, soul, everything is called self. Now here it is called Bandhur Atma Atmanastasya. Now here one Atma is meant mind. Right? Mind is the friend of oneself and mind is the enemy of oneself. So you have to train the mind. If I train my mind for becoming my friend, then my life is successful. If I train my mind to become my enemy, then my life is unsuccessful. Anatmanastu satrute bhatteta atmaiva satruva. But one who has no knowledge of the spiritual self, then his mind acts like his enemy. One who has got the conception of this body as myself, his mind is his enemy. And one who has got the conception of the spirit self, his mind is his friend. So mind has nothing to do. Mind simply training of the mind required. And how the mind is trained? It is by good association. Good association on mind is trained. Sangha sanjayate kama. Kama means desire. Desire is the function of the mind. And sangha sanjayate kama. And according to the association, my mind desires like that. So we have to make good association. If we want to make our mind as my friend, if I want to make my friend as my mind as my friend, then I have to associate with sadhu. Tasmat sasu sajjeta buddhiman. Buddhiman means intelligent person. He must associate with satsu. Satsu means those who are trying for self-realization. they are called Sat. Sat and Asat. Asat means they are striving for the temporary things. Matter is temporary. My body is temporary. So if I simply engage myself for bodily pleasure, sense gratification, then I am engaging myself to temporary things. But if I engage myself for self-realization, the permanent thing, then I am engaging myself to the Sat or to the permanent. The Tasmat Satsu Sajjeta Buddhiman, anyone who is intelligent, he should associate with persons who are trying to elevate themselves for self-realization. That is called satsang, good association. And what is the result of good association? Now, because if we make good association, the santa chinnanti, santa means the persons who are sadhu, who are pious, they can cut off by their word our attachment to this material. They can cut off, just like Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. What is the idea of speaking so many things? Just to cut off his attachment from the so-called material affection. He is affected with something which is stumbling his progress in his own duty. So Krishna is presenting his Bhagavad Gita just to cut off. Santa eva hi chinnanti uktihi. There, chinnanti means cut. Now, for cutting something, we require some sharpened instrument. But here, to cut off the mind from attachment, it requires sharpened ukti. Ukti means word. Sharpened topic. There should not be. Just like when a person cuts something, there is no mercy. Similarly, when a sadhu or a person speaks to his student, he does not show any mercy. He speaks the truth so that his mind may be cut off from the unreal attachment. Just like Krishna is saying. Krishna, Arjuna, first address to Arjuna, he says, Asachyana visuchastam prajnavadam svasas. Oh, you are talking like a fool, you are talking like a very learned man, but you are fool number one. You see how strong word he has used. So far, if we want detachment from this material world, then we should be prepared to accept such cutting words from the Master. Sanda asya chinnanti uktivi. We should not make compromise. Don't speak such strong words. It is required. So, bandhanat anatmanastu satrute bhatteta atvaiva satru. Anatma. Those who have no self-realization, his mind, one who has not realized is what he is. We are generally conception of this bodily conception of our life. But the intelligent person who has made association with saintly persons, he can understand that I am not his body. And the material conception of life is condemned in so many places. Jasatma buddhi kunapi tridhatuke sadhik kalatradisu bhaumai jadhi jatirtha buddhi sarile. In so many ways. The one who has got the conception of his personal self with this body made of three elements, one who thinks that the land in which he is born or the relatives who is connected with this body, they are all everything. Then that man is no better than ass and cow, it is said like that. So we should have, by good association, by study of good books, like Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. We should realize ourselves, otherwise our mind will remain always an enemy. An enemy, as the enemy is always prepared to do harm, so my mind will drag me to things which will make me entangled more and more in this material miserable life. Manasasthani indriyani prakritisthani karsati. We are struggling very hard with this mind and six senses. So we have to make the mind our friend. Now Krishna is gradually making progress to explain to Arjuna how the mind can be made friend. Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahitaha शीतोष्ण सुख दुखेषु तथा मानापमानय ज्ञान विज्ञान तृतीयात्मा कुतस्थ विदितेन्द्रिय युक्ता युक्तुच्यते योगी समालुष्टाश्म कांचन. Now, by training the mind, jitatmana, one who has conquered over the mind, jitatmana, prashantas. Prashant means he has become in equilibrium. Prashant. Prashant, because mind is dragging me always in non-permanent things. Harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna manorathena asato dhavat vahi. Asato manorathena, by the chariot of the mind. So long we are seated on the chariot of the untrained mind, unbridled mind. The mind will drag me to things which are non-permanent. But my whole business is that I am permanent, I am eternal. Somehow or other I have got this attachment for non-permanent things, so I have to get out of this entanglement. So if my mind is not trained up, then the mind's business will be to drag me to non-permanent things. Harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna. But this mind, as I told you the other day, can be very easily trained up if we fix up on our mind, on the fort of the mind, a great soldier, Krishna. Just like if the fort is defended by a great general, then there is no question of entering of the enemies. Similarly, if we put Krishna on the fort of the mind, then there is no chance of entering of the enemies. Savai mana Krishna padarvinda, that day we have explained. And if we do not do that, harava bhaktasya kuto mahadguna. Mahadguna means the material acquisition, material education, material wealth, or so many material qualifications. That will not help me to control my mind. That is not possible. Only thing is that if I put on the mind Krishna, God, Harava Bhakti, Krishna consciousness, then my mind will be very easily conquered. So, Jitatmana Prashantasya. Prashanta means who has ceased to desire material enjoyment. Bhavantameva charan nirantaram prashanta nishesha manorathantaram. A devotee is praying to the Lord. Bhavantam, when I shall be able to act 24 hours in your service, or when I shall be able to think of you 10%, and prashanta nishesha manorathantaram. Manorathantaram means mind is dragging me in so many imaginations, so many plan-making business. We have got so many plan-making business. That is called manorathantaram. Just like I go on some chariot, on some car, in several places, the mind is, the same thing is described, maya jantra ruhena maya. So we are traveling like that way. But as soon as I am able to fix my mind on the lotus feet of Krishna, in Krishna consciousness, it becomes Jitatma. Jitatma means conquered. And then my mind becomes clear of all these engagements of non-permanent things. Prashantasya. Jitatmana prashantasya paramatma samahitaha. That is possible. Paramatma means super soul. We have several times told you that Paramatma is with me. The same thing. Paramatma is sitting with me in the heart. I, the soul, the atomic spark, spirit spark, that is also in this heart. And side by side, in a similar, smallest way, the Supreme Lord is also with me. Paramatma samahita. This Paramatma samahita is the yoga. Now Krishna will gradually come, Paramatma. The yoga system is, meditation means to control all the senses and concentrate the mind to focus on the Paramatma. That is the whole yoga system. So here it is hinted, Paramatma samahita, completely absorbed in the Paramatma. Prashanta. Prashanta means cease from all non-permanent activities. And Jitatmana. Jitatmana means conquered over the senses. So Jitatmana prashantasya Paramatma samahita Shitoshna sukha-dukkheshu tatha manapamana. Shitoshna sukha, duality. Duality. We have got in this material world duality. Just like this is now summer season, and then again we'll have winter season, snowfall. Sita Ushna. Sita means winter season, and Ushna means summer season. Sita Ushna, Sukha Dukkhasu. Similarly, happiness and distress. Happiness and distress. Tatha mana pumanaya. Similarly, honor and dishonor. Because in this world of duality, dual world, everything is to be understood by duality. We cannot understand what is honor if there is no dishonor. If I am not insulted, I cannot understand what is honor. So, manapamana, similarly, I cannot understand what is misery if I am not tasted happiness. Or I cannot understand what is happiness if I have not understood misery. So similarly, I cannot understand what is cold if I have not tasted hot. This world is a duality. So one has to transcend. So long this body is there, this duality feeling will continue. So because I am trying to get out of this bodily conception, not exactly out of the body, but bodily conception. So I'll have to practice to tolerate this duality. As in the second chapter, Krishna has advised Arjuna, matra sparshastu kuntiya sitosna sukha dukkha. This duality of distress and happiness, this is due to the skin. This is skin disease. Just like itching of the skin. So, because there is itching, I should not be mad after it. I should tolerate. There are so many. Nowadays mosquito bite is going on. So, we should not be mad. We should not give up our duty because mosquito is biting or some big bug is biting. So many dualities we have to tolerate. So, if my mind is always in Krishna consciousness, then these dualities can be practiced very easily. Sitosna sukha dukkha. Jnana vijnana krityatma kutastha vijitendriya. Why he will be able to understand, to tolerate? Because jnana vijnana krityatma. Jnana means knowledge. Theoretical knowledge is called jnana, and practical knowledge is called vijnana. Just like a science student has to study theoretical and appear theoretical examination as well as practical examination. If a science student has to pass his examination, then he has to simply theoretical knowledge that so much quantity of hydrogen and so much quantity of oxygen will make water will not help him. He has to practically show in the laboratory that so much quantity of oxygen gas and so much quantity of hydrogen gas mixed and water is produced. That is called Vijnana. The Jnana Vijnana, Vidistan. One should have not only theoretical knowledge, but practical knowledge. Practical knowledge. Simply understanding that I am not this body, I am not this body, then I am doing all nonsense of this body. I am discussing, and there are so many societies, they are very seriously discussing Vedanta philosophy and smoking with wine glass and very enjoying life, you see. That sort of jnana, that sort of knowledge is not necessary, you see. So, jnana vijnana, one should have knowledge perfectly and it must be demonstrated in practical things. Yes. That means one who has actually felt himself that I am not this body, then naturally his bodily necessities will be reduced to the minimum. That is practical. If I am going to increase the demands of my body and I am simply theoretical saying that I am not this body, that is not required. Jnana vijnana pratistapa, and man, a person will be satisfied when there is jnana, knowledge and science side by side. Jnana vijnana, practical. Kutastha vijitendriya, then he is conquered over the senses. Jnana vijnana vidistata kutastha vijitendriya, jukta ituchyate yogi samalustasma kanchana. So, when he is situated in that practical status of spiritual realization, then he is to be understood that he is actually situated in the yoga. Not that I am going to a class and weekly or twice weekly attending yoga class and I remain the same thing for so many years. No, there should be practical realization. What is that practical realization? Prasantatma. The mind is calm and quiet. No more agitated by the attraction of this material encyclopedia. So, jnana vijnata kutastha viditendriya. And this is the first qualification, this qualification, self-control. Advancement in the yoga system means yoga indriya samyama. Yoga means because our whole life is disturbed due to the senses. And this material life is sense gratification. That's the common substance of materialistic life means sense gratification. Therefore, advancement of material science means giving you products for your sense gratification. Unnecessarily, so many things are produced just to satisfy myself. That is material advancement. The material life means sense gratification and spiritual life means detached from sense gratification. So Vijitendriya. Jikta ituchyate yogi samalustasma kanchana. In that position of equilibrium, then for him, samalustasma kanchana, kanchana means gold, and lustra means, what is called, rebels of stone. They are the same thing. So, samalustasma kanchana. And again, Suhin Mitra Durasinam Madhyastha Desha Bandhusu Sadhussapi cha Papesu Samabuddhi Vishishyati. We have got our relationship in this world. We call that he is my friend. Sweet and Mitra. There are two kinds of friends. Sweet means better friend. Actually, we always desiring my welfare. He is called sweet. And friend means we have got goodwill, ordinary friends. Sweet Mitra, Udasina. Udasina means neutral, neither friend nor enemy. We have got relationship within this world. Somebody is my very good well-wisher, somebody is my friend, and somebody is neither friend nor enemy, and somebody madhyastha, mediator, and somebody actually doing some good. Somebody I think, oh, here is a nice gentleman, saintly person. And somebody I think, oh, here is a sinful man, according to my calculation. Somebody my friend, somebody my enemy, somebody neutral, somebody, I am to say, a saintly person, somebody sinful person. Now all these, when you are on the yoga jukta, when you are in the platform of transcendence, then these distinctions, this friend, enemy, sadhu, saintly, and sinful, that will all be closed. No. Pandita samadarshi. Pandita, when one becomes actually learned, he does not see any enemy or any friend. Because nobody is enemy, nobody is friend. Nobody is my son, nobody is my mother, nobody is... We are all different living entities. We are just playing on the platform under the grace of father, mother, wife, children, friend, and we just like in a drama. We set up some character to play. So, but out of this stage, we are all friends. Nobody. In this stage, I say, oh, you are enemy, I shall kill you, and so many things I do. But when the out of this state, we are all friends. Similarly, in this world, in this material world, with this dress of material body, we are playing on the stage of material world, that enemy and friend and father, mother, son. I cannot beget any son. It is not possible. I simply beget this body. You see? The living entity, that is not my power. Simply by my sex intercourse with my wife, I cannot produce unless that living entity is placed in that emulsification of true secretion. These are stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is only stage play. So actually, when one is situated in proper knowledge, one who is actually a yogi, for him this distinction altogether disappears. Yogi junjita satata atmanam rahasi sthita. Now here is the beginning of the yoga system, how one should perform yoga. Now you will understand from the description of Bhagavad Gita that what is yoga system. In your city, New York City, yoga is very popular. Everyone is performing yoga. There are so many groups of yoga schools. But just see what the yoga system is. You can understand from Bhagavad Gita. What is that? The first is yogi junjita satatam atmanam rahasi sthita. The yogi's business is always to remain alone in a secluded place. alone and secluded place. Yoga cannot be performed in assembly, just like we are in assembly. Here you are performing yoga, I am performing yoga in the yoga class, and somebody is teaching, do like this, do like that, do like that. That is not yoga. At least according to Bhagavad Gita. Here it is clearly said that yogi junjita satatam atmanam rahasikrita. He should always be engaged in his, focusing his mind towards the Paramatma, and that is possible. Rahasi. Rahasi means in a secluded place. In a secluded place. It is not, I cannot concentrate my mind in the hubble-bubble of the society or in the big city. So the yoga city will find that all the yogis formally. Still in India there are many yogis. They come at Kumbh Mela. We have seen some of them. They are, some of them are 700 years old. And you'll see him just like a boy of 25 years. They are doing some joke. So that really they come when there is some special function. In India, there are 4 places, just like in modern days there are conferences of different parties. Similarly, in India, there are still about 100,000 of saintly persons, not 1, 2. And they, not all, but at least major portion of them, they meet together after 12 years. And in some particular places, there are 4 places. One at Prayag, you have heard the name of Allahabad city, that is called Prayag. And one at Haridwar, and at Kankhar. In this way they have got 4 places. That means every 4 years they are meeting. So in that meeting, many yogis come. And when not in my this renounced order, when I was living for some time at Allahabad, not some time, I lived there for 13 years at Allahabad. So I was seeing this Mela. Although it was taking every 12 years, I have seen twice or thrice. So these yogis, they are so calm and quiet. And looking, of course I do not know, somebody says this man is 700 years old, this man is 300 years old, but they look like young boys. So these such yogis, as it is recommended here, yogi junjita satatam atmanam, one who is actually ascended on the yogic principle. His first function is that he remains alone. He has no society. He cannot remain in society. Yogi junjita satatmana rahasisthita ekaki. Ekaki means alone. It's more clearly it is said, ekaki. Jata chittatma nirasira parigraha. Nirasi, there is no expectation that by functioning yoga I shall achieve this power, and aparigraha, and he does not take anything from anybody. Who is going to give him? He is like ekaki, he is alone, in a secluded place, sometimes in jungle, in forest, in mountain, and who is going to give him anything? He doesn't expect, because he is firmly convinced that for whom I have become yogi, I am not alone. My Paramatma is always with me. Unless what kind of yogi? Although he remains superficially alone, but he knows that wherever I go, my Paramatma friend who is sitting with me on my heart, he is with me. So I have nothing to fear. Jata Chittatma ekaki jata chitnatma nirashira parigraha. He does not accept anything for anything. Now let's take the yogi principle. For this age, how much it is difficult for us. If we want to perform real yoga system, then it is very difficult. Nobody, we are sitting here, so many ladies and gentlemen. Is it possible for us to live alone in a secluded place in a mountain? You have got in the outside your city, or there are so many mountains and jungles. Can you live there alone? Oh, no. At the present moment, the modern way of our civilization, a mode of our life, just like I am a sannyasi, I am renounced the order of life, but still I have come to a city, New York City, the largest city of the world. From Bombay city or Calcutta city I have come. So life has become so changed that in this age, actually what is called yoga, it is not possible. It's not. The first condition is that ekaki jatachittatma, he should remain alone. He should perform yoga system alone, not in with friends and many other yogis. No. Jatachittatma nirasira parigraha, and he should have no desire in his mind, and aparigraha, he does not want anything from anybody. This is the first condition. The next condition, sucho dese pratisthapa stiram asanam atmanah nastu chitang nastu nijan chila jino kusattaram. This yogi has to fix up his sitting place. What is that? Sucho dese, he should select a place which is very, very pure. Now that means a place like Haridwar. Our young friend, Mr. Howard, he has been to Haridwar, he has seen how nicely that place is. River Ganges is flowing on very nice, calm and quiet. You'll find 3 miles after, 4 miles after, one yogi is sitting nicely there and meditating. That is yogi. So, Sujode, in a place where they sanctified place. So these places are especially selected, just like Haridwar, Kankar, and Prayag. They are from time immemorial, in Vedic age, those places are sanctified. Just like this Bhagavad Gita was spoken in the battlefield of Kurukshetra, Dharmakshetre, the land of religiosity. In war was performed, because this was not ordinary war, that was religious. This Kurukshetra battle, that was religious. Don't you find in the war field where Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of God, is present, do you think it is ordinary war? No, it is not ordinary war. No. And it was performed in a place which is called Dharma, in terms of religiosity. That is prescribed and that is required. So, yes, Sucho perfectly sanctified place. Sucho desi pratisthapa, he must be situated in a very sanctified place. Thiram asanam atmanah. And the asanam and the sitting place should not be changed. The same asana. He should perform yoga, meditation on the same place and the same sitting place. Atmana. How that place, the sitting place should be selected. Na oti uchitam. Not too much raised, not too much low, not niche. And chila jina kusatram. Chila means cotton something, cotton sitting place. Then skin. Deer, skin means, yogis, they sit on the skin of tiger and skin of deer. Why? because they are in a secluded place, this has got some chemical effect. If you sit on tiger skin and deer skin, then the reptiles, the snakes, they won't disturb. It has got some, I'm going to say, physical effect. There are so many medical effects in so many things we do not know. But God has created everything for our use. We do not know. That every plant, every herb is a medicine. It is meant for some particular disease, for some particular protection. We do not know that. So Chilajina, it is not a fashion. It is because they sit down in a secluded place in a jungle, so you are meditating, so some snake may come. There are so many snakes, so many reptiles. So therefore, Chela, Jina, Kushottaram and straw. The three things. Straw and the skin and some cotton, hasan, these things are required. Then, what is the next process? The next process is Tatraikagram Manakrita Jatachittindriya Kriya Upavishya Asane Junjat Yoga Atma Visuddhaya. Atma Visuddhaya, the whole process is, yoga system is for purifying Atma. Purifying Atma, you always remember, the Atma means this body, Atma means the mind, Atma means the soul. The purifying, these things. The yoga system is means not that cheaply I want some power. Sometimes the yogis achieve very wonderful power. Astasiddhi yoga. Astasiddhi, 8 kinds of perfection, material perfection they can attain. Not for that purpose, yoga, although they attain that power. Real yogi, they do not exhibit. They do not exhibit. He has got the power, so many wonderful powers, but his only aim is Atma Visuddhaya. I am now contaminated by this material atmosphere, so I have to purify myself. That purification process we shall discuss next day. But I may say in this connection that so much difficult process for purifying the Atma is very easily done. Chetadattmana marjanam, by chanting this Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Because the sound, this transcendental sound vibration is non-different from Krishna. Krishna is absolute. His name is not different from him. So when you chant his name with devotion, that means Krishna is with you. And Krishna, when Krishna is with you, how you can remain impure? You become pure, pure. That is the whole system. Now,
चरण पद्मा केवल बकाती सद्मा बंदो मुई सावधान बाते जहारा प्रसादे बाय ए भवतोरिया जय कृष्ण प्राप्ति होय जहाँ होयते गुरुमुख पद्मा वाक्या चित्ते करिया क्या अरना करी हो माने आशा श्री गुरु चराने रति ऐसे उत्तम गति जय प्रसादे पूरे सर्व आशा चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से चक्षुदान दिलो जय जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशित प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते प्रेम भक्ति जहाँ होते अविद्या विनाश जाते वेद गाय जहाँ चरित श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदाम जनार बंधु श्री गुरु करुणा सिंधु आदाम जनार बंधु लोके नाथ लोके राजीवाना हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया हा हा प्रभु करो दया देह मोरे पद छाया एबे जास गोश्य त्रिभुवाना पतित पावना जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद नमः ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम of our spiritual master are the only way by which we can attain pure devotional service. I bow down to his lotus feet with great awe and reverence. By his grace, one can cross the ocean of material suffering and obtain the mercy of Krishna. My only wish is to have my consciousness purified by the words emanating from his lotus path. Attachment to his lotus feet is a perfection that fulfills all desires. He opens my darkened eyes and fills my heart with transcendental knowledge. He is my Lord, birth after birth. From him, ecstatic prema emanates. By him, ignorance is destroyed. The Vedic scriptures sing his character. Our spiritual master is the ocean breast, the friend of the poor and the Lord of the master devotees. O Master, be merciful unto us. Give us the shade of your lotus feet. Your fame spread all over the three worlds. We take shelter of your lotus feet. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.